We are alive. Here we go. Okay, anybody a clue of the lesson of today? I think 281, right? Wow. I had all those great ideas, no, they're all gone. Oh, but here, I wrote down, let it change, so who knows? You know what, why don't you just read the lesson, Sabine, if you don't mind? Yeah. Unless you guys are on a different lesson. No, it's the same. It's the same. 281. Yeah, I was like the time difference, but no worries. Go ahead.
Ja, es hat um 281. Ich kann durch nichts verletzt werden als durch meine Gedanken. Vater, dein Sohn ist vollkommen. Wenn ich denke, dass ich in irgendeiner Weise verletzt bin, dann deshalb, weil ich vergessen habe, wer ich bin und dass ich bin, wie du mich schufst. Deine Gedanken können mir nur Glück bringen. Wenn ich je traurig oder verletzt oder krank bin, habe ich vergessen, was du denkst und meine kleinen Ideen an jenen Ort getan, wo deine Gedanken hingehören und wo sie sind. Ich kann durch nichts verletzt werden als durch meine Gedanken. Die Gedanken, die ich mit dir denke, können nur segnen. Nur die Gedanken, die ich mit dir denke, sind wahr. Ich will mich heute nicht verletzen, denn ich bin weit jenseits jeden Schmerzes. Mein Vater hat mich sicher in den Himmel eingesetzt und er wacht über mich. Und ich möchte nicht den Sohn angreifen, den er liebt, denn was er liebt, das soll auch ich lieben.
Wow, thank you. That is so funny, guys, because I've been to one of those, not one, multiple of those wonder festivals from Andreas. Thank you, Andreas. Very amazing. And oh, I go too fast. Sorry, go ahead. You translate.
Das ist ganz lustig. Ich bin nicht mit einem, sondern zu mehreren von diesen Wunderfestivals gegangen.
And last weekend we had one here ourselves. It's unbelievable. Totally inspired by Andreas. His ideas and his input was absolutely there. And there were two people from Germany. And they knew me. I didn't know that, but they knew me. It's unbelievable. But they knew me from here and from the Wonder Festival. Christiana and Stephanie? Oh, maybe. Oh, yeah, that's possible. Yeah, I'm very bad with names. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, so that was like, I always think that I'm just, sitting here and just, blah, 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 blah. But there are actually people listening. I had no idea. I had no idea. So I'm very grateful. And what did I want to say about that? Well, that the recognition is always in the coming together. That's basically what I noticed. And that doesn't really matter with what kind of yeah, maybe it does matter, but I don't think like it doesn't really matter with what kind of the kind of ideas you come to a place like that. Because that what is true communicates. And I don't know if you, yeah, thank you, Andreas, for music, because we had several times like music, like I don't know how you guys call it, but we call it light session. Do you call it light session, Andreas? Yeah. Oh. Okay. And like, I know often we just, we start to hug each other and we just all fall on the floor and it becomes like a screaming event and everybody like, oh, like love each other so much. But I tell you, something happened where that didn't happen. Look, there was a recognition that the demons in my mind, that I want to get rid of them. And that I saw you do exactly the same. That I thought that I saw you do exactly the same. Yeah. So there was no need for the physical contact. Like I was standing there going through my own misery. And you were standing next to me going through your misery. And I recognized you, not because we went through the same shit, but because you were doing the same action in your mind as I was doing. And that transformed everything for me. And that is where like we really communicated. Yesterday I got a phone call from someone. Because in one of my classes, I can't remember when, but at some point I said in one of the classes something about a light in the sky. And this person had some kind of, I don't know, like my words, but I think some kind of like UFO experience. No, you try and I will tell you if it's not. An experience of an unidentified flying object. UFO. UFO. That was the word. UFO.
What is UFO in English, please?
UFO.
UFO, yeah.
No. UFO. You just.
The person had an UFO experience.
Yes. And because I talked in my class about light, she was trying to make a connection with me because she had that experience and was hoping or looking for if I had also seen lights in the sky and een UFO-ervaring.
Ja, warum hatte ich also nicht gefragt bei mir, warum ich Erfahrung sie gemacht hatte, weil ich meine sich gesprochen hatte.
And what became clear in that whole conversation was that there was a search for an identical identical situation, identical story. Yeah, like, you know, you have a red car, I have a red car. I went to the supermarket and thought, all the stuff is so expensive, and you went to the supermarket and you thought, wow, this is all so expensive. And it seems very lovely. But lately I've been looking at the Song of Prayer, like the Song of Heart, that is the part of the Course in Miracles that now is, you know, in the supplements and the. In the Course in Miracles, I don't know how you call it in German. So, we call it Song of Prayer. Lied des Gebets. Yeah, Lied des Gebets. Do you remember what I said? I can't remember. Oh yeah, I looked at the Song of Prayer, and that, like, you can do all kinds of things on the outside, but it is always the energy from the heart. And that's where we really make connection. So it can well be that you see lights in the sky flying around, UFOs, and that I go to the supermarket and find a watermelon for $5, and I'm like, wow. And that it is both exactly the same. A release of what we thought things were before. Yeah. And that is what happened in that so-called light session, where it was not important that we would dance in the same way or hugging in the same way, but that the release, that is what connects us.
Also, wie wir es zuvor getan hatten, uns umarmen und all diese Dinge taten, sondern dass genau das losgelassen wurde. Nicht die Idee, dass es das wäre, was uns verbindet.
Yeah. The complete release.
vollständig zu nutzen.
Resonance. I don't know what that means. I mean, I know what the word means, but Marianne, you mind explaining?
Voice of your heart.
What's in my heart? Yeah.
I felt resonance today.
Yeah, like it's like a tuning fork, you know, like that they use for music. They do ding, ding, and then everybody knows, okay, the guitar and the piano and the resonance. Yeah, I hear you. Sorry, I have a little bit of a dry throat. Yeah, what were we saying? Resonance, yes. Yeah, and the thing is, only in dreams and only in the disconnect can you experience yourself as not being in resonance.
Nach ist die, dass du in Träume und in Trennung kannst du dich selbst vorstellen als nicht in der Resonanz sind.
Yeah, like I'm in email correspondence with someone, and she spoke about a similar thing. I'm just trying to find words for it. Huh. You know, sometimes that happens and things just disappear. And then I'm like, why did I say that? But then it's just over. Like, it's over. It's not. What comes back? Maybe it comes back. Yeah, what I look at now is the ideas like, am I playing a role, or is this who I really am? Do you have that sometimes? Am I true to myself? I think that is maybe even a better question.
Bin ich ehrlich mit mir selbst, ist vielleicht sogar die bessere Frage.
Because I can act in a certain way.
Ich kann mich ja verhalten auf eine bestimmte Art und Weise.
But I'm more and more aware of it.
Ich bin mir das immer bewusst.
And also the pain of that.
Und auch des Schmerzes davon.
And that is changing.
Und das verändert sich.
Where I am playing a role instead of being myself.
Immer mehr bewusst, wann ich eine Rolle spiele, anstatt ich selbst zu sein.
Yeah. It's probably the moment where I would ask for some for some music or something. But you know, I don't know. I don't know if we need that. You know, sometimes things are uncomfortable, and I want to change it. But I discovered that if I do nothing, that it shifts anyway. But hair formulates. But hair formulates. It is like in this form, and then it gets shaken up, and then it's like in a different form. And that's exactly what happens during a light session. So, for example, I was in that light session, and I had to think about a situation where I hurt someone really bad. Like really unfriendly. Abusive. I don't know. What is abusive in German? Missbräuch, yeah. And I felt the pain of it. And I felt horrible. That I did that to someone. And it was absolutely uncomfortable. You know, you stand next to each other, and you know, some is dancing and some is standing still. And everybody in their own thoughts. And I'm like, how could I have ever done this to another human being? And then it became empty. You must have experienced it too. I don't know how to express it, but like there's no follow-up thought in my mind. So there was this thought about the horrible things that I did. Tears over my cheeks. And then nothing. I don't know, maybe a minute, maybe 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. I was just standing there doing absolutely nothing in my mind. And then I had to laugh. And I started to laugh. And I started to laugh a little bit more and louder. And I hear someone else starting to laugh. And there was something taken off my shoulders.
Etwas wurde von meinen Schultern genommen.
And I felt deeply, deeply happy.
Ich fühlte mich so zutiefst glücklich.
And then again, tears.
Wieder Tränen.
And to me, those tears were not directly connected, but there was just a gratefulness. I don't know if the tears were connected to being grateful, but there was just a physical response to whatever was the experience in my mind.
Eine körperliche Resonanz. Ich in den Tränen von der Tränen. Ich weiß aber nicht genau, womit sie sozusagen verbunden war. Auf jeden Fall war da Dankbarkeit dabei.
I like to call it an emotional roller coaster.
Ich würde es meine emotionale Achterbahn.
Emotional. Like you jump in, and then you go through the whole track. And you stop where you started. You get out. You're at exactly the same spots as 5 minutes before. But everything is different. And if there's anything that I want to, if there's anything that I would like to evoke, like wake up in you, is that. Then the idea that you're not slave to your emotions. That you can use the emotions, but you're not a slave of them. And that they change and change and change again. And that is actually the lesson for today. That what hurts me is my thoughts about things. Do you ever forgive something because of some reason? Do you forgive because of the result? Oh, come here, I forgive you. Let's hug it out. Do you forgive because you don't feel so well? I had to think about that because I was happy for no reason. Yeah. And then I was wondering, can I forgive without a reason? Or do I want something? And then, of course, it was told to me that forgiveness is all part of the dream. There is nothing to forgive. And that is what changed. I think that is why in those situations at the light session, I can keep my mind clean of anything. Because I trained my mind in not picking up. And not that my mind is not creative and, you know, reaches there and reaches there. But when I'm in my right-mindedness, I don't want to go there anymore. I recognize what I do in my own mind, and I don't want it anymore. And I think that's also so very important with coming together here. To really put it in practice. I mean, Andreas, you must be aware of it too, that people say, wow, this was a great weekend, we had a great festival, and now what? Now I have to go back to my work. Now I'm back in a position where I don't want to be. So there must be a solution that covers all situations. Yeah, you can practice it everywhere. What if, and I'm just going on a little, you know, expedition here, but what if everything is already perfect and whole? What thought can I still have that would change this situation? Does it need to be changed? that brings the problem back to me.
Das bringt das Problem zu mir zurück.
I was mistaken.
Ich habe das falsch verstanden.
I thought that was something that needed correcting.
Ich dachte, da gäbe es etwas zu korrigieren.
But it is not real.
Es ist nicht wirklich.
There was someone that said, I don't watch news anymore.
Ich gucke keine Nachrichten mehr.
And I'm never angry anymore.
Und ich bin überhaupt nicht mehr ärgerlich.
And I forgave everyone.
Ich jede vergeben,
Because that's what the Course in Miracles says.
weil das ist ja, was die große Wahrheit sagt.
Course in Miracles doesn't say that you should not have feelings.
Das sagt nicht, dass du keine Gefühle haben solltest.
But maybe you don't want to be on the leash of your feelings.
What is this?
Leash is what you put on a dog so he stays with you and he doesn't run off.
Aber vielleicht möchtest du nicht an die
Leine. Leine, that's it. Set them free. Let them just come and go. Have tears, have laughter, have anger, have revenge, have sadness.
Das ist frei. Ja, alles. Ärger, Traurigkeit, Rache.
Let it just be there.
Lass es einfach da sein.
Don't hold on to it.
Halt dich nicht daran fest.
Don't say to your neighbor, well, I'm now in revenge mode, so let me be in revenge.
Wie nicht deinem Nachbarn sagt, ich bin jetzt im Rachenmodus, also lass mich in Ruhe.
Don't hold on to it.
Halt dich nicht daran fest.
Be in revenge mode.
Sei im Rachenmodus.
Meet your neighbor
Triff deinen Nachbarn.
and slip complete in depression.
Und rutsch voll in die Depression.
Or in fear or in whatever. Let it change. Let it change. Let it change. Let it change.
Angst oder was auch immer. Lass es sich verwandeln. Lass es sich verwandeln.
This world shows me that constantly.
Diese Welt zeigt mir das kontinuierlich.
It changes, it changes, it changes.
Verändert sich und verändert sich und verändert sich.
No, no, no. We have to keep the climate the way it was.
Nein, nein, wir müssen das Klima genau so behalten, wie es war.
That was good.
Das war gut.
But let me ask you something.
Aber es wird etwas falsch.
Do you want to learn?
Und lernen.
Because learning is changing.
Und lernen ist verändern.
Just saying.
Sag's mal.
Yeah, that's what comes back over and over is the idea of, am I honest to myself?
Und das, was immer wieder so zurückkommt, ist diese Frage, bin ich ehrlich mit mir selbst?
Why am I doing this? Do I say, I forgive you because I really think you did something and that was naughty, naughty?
Sage ich, ich liebe dir, weil ich denke, du hast mir was getan und es war ganz so.
Yeah, come on. Naughty. Because it's my thoughts about them that makes my life so miserable. Suffering is a choice. Did you know that? Like when I heard that last week for the first time, I was like, no. I suffer because, well, I know it's all me, but you know, I suffer, and it's like, oh, okay. Holy smoke! So you're telling me that my suffering, I choose? So someone told me, like, and I loved it. Like, I'm always very happy to get calls and emails and whatever not. Fantastic. So someone wrote me. That they loved to walk on the beach. And it was a very special beach. I don't know. I don't know the region, so I don't know. But apparently, it was a really unique and special beach. So that person shares with me that suddenly the beach is no longer there. And the only thing that she says after that is, I loved to walk on it. No blame. No blame that you still put your groceries in a plastic bag and that's the reason why the beach is gone. The blaming. Nothing. Just stayed with herself and the emotion that came up. I just loved to walk on that beach. And now the beach is not there anymore. Not like, oh, we need to make a board and we need to, demonstrate in front of the oil companies or whoever, the government, or nothing. The things are how I experiencing them. When I want to change my experience, I have to let go of all the cause and effects in my own mind. And I tell you, it looks difficult, but it makes your life so much easier. So let it change. So when you go to the supermarket, and you pick up that watermelon, and you think, €5? Really? And immediately after that, you think, wow, some people decided to ask €5 for a watermelon. And look at this. Look at this. And you pull up your shoulders like, okay. Because the salvation lies not in comparison. Oh, a watermelon is €5, but a banana is only 50 cents. I think this falls flat. I'm sorry. I meant to have like this mind-blowing experience with you, but apparently, but that's fine. Because it is my own value system that is hurting me. It's my own thoughts that are hurting me. My own thoughts are hurting me because continue. Maybe we're finished. Right? I don't. Because why is my happiness or my sadness depending on something happening in this world? You see, and that's why I said that this falls flat and you don't hear me. That it doesn't do anything. Like it's like you jump in the water, poof, and like nothing happens. It's like a non-event. That's okay. That's okay. We just continue because it's all in the energy anyway. So that's why I lift up my shoulders and go like, so what? Someone decides to ask €5 million for a watermelon, so what? Because the real miracle is that you're not affected by the world you see. Oh, today they decided to ask €5 for a watermelon. Okay.
heute entschieden, dass sie 5 Euro Übernachtung okay.
That's what I tried to show you. It's your own value system that says, oh, now I'm good. Now I'm good. It's only €5. Or it's my own thought system. What? €5? Really? I'm hurt only by my own thoughts.
Das ist, was ich euch rüberbringe. Das ist mein eigenes Werte- und Denksystem. Das, was meine Reaktion darauf ausmacht. Also ist es jetzt gut, 5 Euro, was die Wassermelone kostet, oder ist es, oh mein Gott, 5 Euro für Wassermelone. Das ist mein eigenes Denksystem.
You let, okay, I'll keep it by myself. I let the world tell me what I am. Happy, sad. That cannot be.
Also die Welt mir sagen, was ich bin. Glücklich oder traurig. Und das kann ja wohl nicht sein.
The fact of the matter, listen to me. The fact of the matter is that someone, I don't know who, someone decided to ask €5 for a watermelon.
Es ist Tatsache, dass jemand entschieden hat, für eine Wassermelone 5 Euro zu bekommen.
Period. Ende. Punkt. Nada. Finished. Done. That's it. Yeah. But last week it was only $4.95. It was way cheaper, and now I'm so much more. Bullshit. Those thoughts are hurting me. Those thoughts are hurting me. And I don't even see myself doing it. It's ridiculous. Sorry.
Dieses Ganze, was dann im Geist passiert, ja, letzte Woche war es aber nur 4,95 und so weiter und so weiter. Das ist genau der Gedanke, den ich finde.
Yeah. You see, it's your own value system. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little excited about this, but it's your own value system that makes you think that, oh, only €5 for watermelon? Wow, that's fantastic. It's your own value system, and your own value system doesn't mean anything. Okay, I stop.
Das ist dein eigenes Wertesystem. Das ist dein eigenes Wertesystem, das sagt, wow, nur 5 Euro für Wassermelone. Dein Wertesystem.
There's nothing to do with watermelon. Nothing to do with someone that put up that sign. €5. Nothing. It is all initiated, kept going, and spread out on everything in my own mind. So that's where you see this whole lesson is just completely meaningless. The lesson of today is completely meaningless. It's meaningless until you practice it. The second alinea, it says, the second paragraph, it says, I will not hurt myself today. I don't even know what hurts myself. Except for all my ideas about everything and values. And oh, this is good and that is bad. And oh, thank God, the watermelon is only $5 or €5 or 5 yen or whatever it is. So was challenged. I was challenged by someone to go to the supermarket and not look at the prices at all. Oh, that I need, that I need, that I like, that I want. Oh. And then at the cash register, like only zo, like de bankkaarten, wie heißt das nochmal? Zo bij die automaat, hop, niet gucken, hop, en zu Hause. Yeah, and then I had the potato chips that I really liked. I had the most expensive chocolate bar. I was just enjoying. I was just in heaven with all this food that I loved. I loved it. My decisions would have been different if I would have looked at every single value system that I thought meant something. Meine Entscheidungen wären andere gewesen, wenn ich auf jedes einzelne Wertesystem oder die einzelnen Werte, die geschaut hätte, von denen ich dachte, sie würden was bedeuten. So that's why I'm saying, if you ever find yourself in a light session, let everything be exactly as it is. Don't look at your neighbor. You don't have to touch him. We don't need to get the mattresses out and hug each other on the floor or like whatever is going on there. Because nobody can do work do for you. Really? I have to see what I do to myself and how it is hurting me. So I go to the supermarket and I see a watermelon and it costs €5. And the only thing that I think, someone decided to ask €5 for the watermelon. Period. Who cares? The watermelon doesn't become better because it's only €5. Still watermelon, with all respect. It's just still watermelon. So yes, the watermelon is your salvation, but not for the reason you think. Because everything is asking you constantly to release it. That's it, folks. That's all. Yeah. Thank you so much for showing up. We're through the time. Like I'm at the end of the hour, so I have to unplug. Thank you so much. Thank you for looking for just a minute at the craziness of my mind.
Danke, dass wir uns für eine Minute die Verrücktheit unseres Geistes anschauen können.
Thank you for your help, support. Thank you.